Do me a favor, grab some pre-workout, sniff it if you have to, and wake the fuck up. So today we're on our way back to Iron University to train with Andrew to bring up my lagging body parts so we can bring our best physique come show day. So yeah, Andrew, I love you. Let's go have some fun and let's get jacked. Let's go. What's underneath this hoodie? Right now, 4 weeks out.
I know, it's
scary.
crazy already. Whatever side really the force is pulling from.
Push, 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 push. Say hi.
Something else.
Yeah, say hi. Be fucking nice. We're here. Today we're gonna show you a full shoulder workout on how to build your shoulders, some boulder shoulders, more importantly, some 3D star delt freaking shoulders. Shout out to Iron University with the VIP hookup with this secret gym. It's in the dungeon. No one knows where it is. Actually, it's next door. I personally love to start with rear delts first on a shoulder day, just to warm up the rear delts, get everything nice and warmed up before we get into our main compound lifts, which we'll see next. So the first exercise we're doing is a rear delt fly, but as you can tell, the cable is high and low. And we actually got this from our homie Ben Giannis. It's pretty fire, works the rear delt there. Notice how he's anchoring himself. There's so many ways you can do this, but most importantly, notice how his palm is facing towards the cable. So coming from up, down, give it a try. We're gonna probably do 2 sets and we'll keep on going from there.
Yes, sir.
All right, so the next thing we're moving on to now that we're nice and warmed up, shoulders are feeling good. As you can see, your typical dumbbell shoulder press, we were gonna do Smith machine shoulder press, but I feel like this is more relatable. Most of us would probably, or most of you would probably be doing dumbbell shoulder press. So Andrew, once I go, we'll kind of go over a few cues that you should kind of focus on when doing this exercise, because there's a lot of misconceptions out there. There's a lot of ways to do it, but at the end of the day, we wanna be as optimal and as efficient as possible.
A lot of times I see people set this up way too high, where they really like their hands are far in front of their elbows and they really have no room to like externally rotate their shoulders. So we have a little bit more of like an incline, is you wanna sit down there in a comfortable position and still have some room to go externally and internally. And then I think the next biggest thing is keeping your elbows in like a good scapular plane, which is kind of most of the time like 45 degrees, right? Which if like if you wanted to figure out where your scapular plane was, you can literally just get your elbows against your ribs, point them out, and whatever angle this gets into, that's your scapular plane. From there, notice he doesn't bring the dumbbells all the way together. He stops just slightly before bringing the dumbbells right on top of his shoulders so he doesn't lose resistance. So that way there's more tension or constant tension throughout the whole range of motion.
Oh yeah.
You know, if you were going out for like a max set, like you wanted to rest at the top because you wanted to get maybe one more rep, that's cool, but I would try to get as many reps as possible without bringing them all the way up.
Nice. So one thing I want you guys to notice that he's doing is notice how he stops on both ends of the exercise. Stop, and then stop. And what he's doing is controlling the exercise and making sure that he uses as least momentum as possible instead of just bouncing up and down. And like he said, if you need that extra rep, you can pause at the top for a second. If you got that spot, obviously you're gonna need it. And always that last rep, control the negative as much as you can. Nice, good set, Andrew. If you want more tension on the shoulders, avoid the lockout. That's why we're not, quote unquote, locking out. We're trying to keep as much tension on the front delts, which is what we're targeting right now. So same thing when you're doing a bench press and you're training your pecs. Instead of locking out and losing that tension at the top, if you're gonna do that, do it for that last rep because you're trying to get that last rep. But during those middle reps or during those partial or failure sets or reps, sorry, you're trying to keep the tension there because obviously that's what we're trying to target. That's what we're trying to grow. There we go, let's work. Yep, explode, all you, man, all you, explode. All you, bro, good. Let's go, let's go.
push. Come on, come on, come on.
I spoke too soon and you wanted me to suffer on that shit. You're like, no helping.
Boy.
All right, so moving on to our next and my favorite exercise is targeting the medial delts, because at least in men's physique, you want to get wide. And in general, if you want a wide, that V-taper front view, you got to spam the side delts. And when it comes to hitting the side delts, you got to do a lot of lateral raises, whether it's dumbbell, whether it's cable, which we will be doing, and you've probably seen us do in our previous videos and all my workouts. Notice how one thing when he's doing these lateral raises, even though it's 15 pounds, we're warming up. One, he's controlling the tempo, okay? And two, he's pushing those dumbbells away from his body. All right, pushing them away, and notice how he's not coming all the way down. It makes it that much harder, but what he's doing is just like our shoulder press, we're keeping as much tension as possible on those side delts. Now, not to take away from the fact that he's doing 15 pounds, because when it comes to this exercise, ideally probably going lighter is gonna be better, because when you go heavier, a lot more things start to happen. You start to use more traps, which Andrew will go into a little bit more once I get started. But ideally, you don't have to go super heavy. When it comes to side delts, it's really focus on that contraction, really focus on feeling those side delts, going through that full range of motion. And instead of doing regular dumbbells, and instead of doing regular dumbbell lateral raises, we like to do them chest supported, because again, if you can find some sort of an anchor, then we can keep the exercise more strict and avoid any momentum.
So like one of the things that I like to think about in this exercise is I'm actually like using my feet a little bit to push myself into the pad, into the chest support. And one of the biggest things that, like he mentioned, is not bringing that dumbbell all the way below the shoulder, so that way you keep resistance onto the lateral head. But most of the time, because the dumbbell has one line of force, which is just straight down to the ground, there's not much force going out, which is what your arm is basically doing here, going into abduction. So a lot of times people will initiate this movement with their trap and then finish with their lateral head. And here, we're basically just trying to keep the tension here the whole entire time. Just think about reaching out, touching opposite sides of the room. And this is an exercise, like you're gonna see us kind of go control the tempo, not go too fast, not too slow, but it's gonna obviously, you're gonna be limited on how much weight you can use, right? If you did wanna go heavier and use a little bit of momentum, like there is benefits in, you know, using some momentum, really overloading this kind of middle range, and then kind of like allowing the momentum to catch you up at the top. So like if you do go heavy with this, it's not wrong, but I like to kind of go a little bit lighter and slower just to kind of keep my shoulders from hopefully not getting injured in the future.
There's nothing wrong with doing dumbbell lateral raises without a chest support. But if you are going heavy and you are feeling your traps more than your side delts, well, the whole point of this exercise is to feel the side delts. All right, so if you don't feel your side delts, you're probably growing more of your traps. So just avoid the shrug, because that's what tends to happen. When it gets too heavy, you end up shrugging first before going out. So the traps end up getting a lot of that work. So after you're doing lateral raises, you come out like this, when you really want to come out like this. This is the last one, so let's go for a big one. So I'll help you out. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Go. Come on. All right, here we go. I'm coming in. Ready? Atta boy. Go. Three more, Drew. One, control that negative. I'm helping you up. Control that negative. Atta boy. One more. Yeah. Fuck.
Reach out, out. It's the size of the room. There you go. Come on. You got more.
I need you. I need you.
Come on, all the way. Let's go. I got you. Keep going. Come on. You got more. Couple more. Come on. Let's go. One more.
Bro, you know what was
What's
bad?
that, like 20?
My ass cheeks were shaking. My ass was like this.
You're twerking?
Yeah, bro, I was twerking and my shoulders were on fire, but like my ass couldn't hold myself, my legs couldn't hold myself. Jesus. So, next exercise, another side delt. Why? Because we can never get enough of side delts. Remember, you want to go wide, you got to spam them delts. Something we're doing here is a supported Y raise, okay? Just like Andrew always talks about where the resistance and where the drop off is, as that cable gets closer to him and his arms, the weight drops off here, so it becomes easier. But from the beginning, it provides the most tension. So anytime you're doing dumbbells or cables, you should always they both go hand in hand. One, because when you're doing those dumbbell lateral raises, the most tension mainly is at the top. And when you're doing the cables, the tension is mainly at the bottom. So you can either do something like this, split it up, or when you're doing dumbbells, you can go heavier on some partials to work that bottom range, or you can go a little bit lighter and work that top range.
Another key thing is too, if you're gonna mix these in, you wanna make sure that wire is staying underneath your arm the whole entire time, okay? That way it stays underneath the joint and the lateral head as you're getting up to the top. And you wanna try to get as high up as you can until that wire touches. There.
Not sure if you guys saw, but we have a support on our back. Always some sort of support, always some sort of an anchor. You can do that with a bench. Now, if you don't have access to a dual cable, there's so many different cable lateral exercises you can do. Some of my favorite ones are doing this same exercise, a Y raise. Instead of with 2 cables, you can just do it with 1. You can do the traditional side lateral raise. Me, preferably, if you're gonna do something like that, you can do it from behind. The reason why I like doing it from behind is to avoid that momentum, because when you're here, a lot of people end up still doing this, but when you're back here, your hips are already forward, can't really do that anymore. So it limits that momentum. Or you could do it through the crotch. So down the center here, grab onto something so you can anchor yourself and lift it out. There's always a way. More importantly, have fun with the exercises. Do the ones you enjoy doing, but always find an exercise that is at least gonna challenge you. Drive, explode, explode, up, 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 up. Hell yeah. Let's go. So, last exercise before we get into what we call a finisher. We're gonna finish off just like we started with a rear delt exercise. Now, we already do a lot of rear delts when we do upper backs and a lot of our pulling exercises. But again, if you really wanna focus on that star delt, that fully capped shoulder, you don't wanna neglect the rear part of the shoulder, right? The back of the deltoid, the rear delts. So we're doing some chest supported rear delt flies. You don't have to go as heavy. As a matter of fact, I suggest you don't go as heavy with this exercise. The rear delt is a small muscle, so you don't really have to go heavy to really feel it. You really want to be able to control this exercise as much as possible.
So when you're doing these, you kind of don't want to get too much movement out of the scapulas, out of the shoulder blades. So you want to try to keep them, I wouldn't say retracted, but you don't want them moving too much. And then your arms, when you kick out your hands, you don't want to be directly making a T. You kind of want to slightly just be below the shoulder. So that way you get a little bit more line of pull of the rear delt here. And you can kind of see like his rear delt popping out right here. So you want to keep that dumbbell basically like in line of that right there. Just as push away.
Nice, Drew. Nice, push away. Nice. And realize all the missed gains you could have got during that bulk. This is the most important part of everything. This is where you're really gonna build. When you cut down, you're gonna show. Attaboy. There you go, partials, always king, finish up strong. Nice, Drew. Good shit, baby. Take the bulk seriously, bro.
For sure.
Don't just see it as an opportunity to eat more food. You're using an opportunity to use that food as fuel to get as big and as strong as you can. This is our last set. So we're finishing up, like I said, with a finisher. Andrew taught me this finisher. I'd recommend trying it. If you want to suffer, then don't. If you don't want to suffer, then don't try it because this sucks. So you have 15 to 20 reps of these partial Y raises up top. Once he gets to that 15, 20 reps, he's going to stand up and then do full Y raises. And then he's going to finish with partial raises. So yeah, you're doing anywhere from 45 to a total of 60 reps. So now he's going full from the bottom up. Y raises. Again, you want to go wide and you want to get wide, we got to spam those side delts. And as a men's physique competitor, I'm trying to cap out my shoulders as wide as possible because that's really going to help create that V taper look. Let's go, Drew. We got 2 sets, we're finishing strong. 2 sets, we're finishing strong. It's a finisher, so you give it all you got. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Keep that tension there. Keep them active. Keep them active. Atta boy. Boy. Strap up, boys. Then you got to do full reps. This is like stirring the pot.
So the reason why I designed it like this too is that you're weaker in the shoulder position up here, especially the way this profile, resistance profile is set up, where it's heavier at the top. So we're gonna basically hammer out where we're weakest, then we're gonna go a little bit, where we're already tired, we're gonna go more into where we're stronger, like kind of like the end to mid range here. Especially for us, like we're both in men's physique, so we really gotta cap these shoulders.
4 fucking weeks, 5 weeks to the big show. Ain't no quit here, bro.
Come on, don't quit. 50, 60, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good.
Oh my God. Let's go. I know it sucks. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Bring him up. There you go. Drive him. Drive him. Come back and help you. Drive. That's the thing where it's partial to drive. Partial. Go.
Where's that?
12.
Let's go.
7, 6, let's go. 5, 1, attaboy.
One more. Not partials, let's go. Let's go, come on. Let's go, G. Let's go, G. Push it, let's go. Come on. You got more in the tank. You got 4 weeks. Come on, you got 4 weeks. How bad do you want it? Let's go. Come on.
I'll give you 5 more.
Let's go.
8.
Attaboy, good.
Nice and wide, bro. Open up. You got more lats from the. Now you got way more lats. We want to show them just a little bit more, and use that as like a rocking chair to lean you. You see how you can lean? There you go. You build that V taper. Nice. Dude, you're so much better. My back is incredible. It's like night and day from when we, bro. It's. I swear to God, watching you, I'm like, wow. You went from just like, yo, we need a lot of work to wow, you know? And then with now you see like, I don't know, you were looking at yourself, but you don't have that gap. This gap is so clutch. When you have it open, arms look small, right? When you're here, they look so much bigger. Everything looks intact. Everything looks like one. And now with this bulk, bro, oh, it's nice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap on today's shoulder workout. So we gave you a chest and tricep workout already. We gave you a full demon back workout, and now how to build boulder shoulders. But before I let you guys go, I want to give a huge thanks to my boy Andrew, because without him, these last 3 months, like I said, he has dedicated and provided me with a whole workout plan to help me bring my physique as best as possible going into the biggest shows of my life right now. We got 4 weeks, 5 weeks, chasing that Natty Pro card. Thank you guys for the constant support. If you guys enjoyed the video, I would really appreciate it if you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace, baby. Troll me. Let's fucking get it.